Sisters,
we shall not yield to tyranny.
Our cause just we will prevail. The fight for our rights.
Buffs. Ready for a journey back? Look at this encampment. The spirit of 76 is alive.
Bobby, at this
Hello,
point,
history.
shame on you. Shame on you. Because we are being played as the American people. Our money is funding a war that we don't need to be in. I shouldn't be okay with it. So as long as I have breath in my body and a mic to use, I will be speaking out against this.
A true patriot savors these moments, but the fight for liberty calls.
The economy, we have a global economy. That's why we're a number one economy in the world. I know that a lot of people want to paint the horrible view of America, but, you know, go live somewhere else and then tell me America's bad.
Patriotism is all about. Look at these flags. They represent our fight for liberty.
This is so freaking crazy to me that we have an conflict with Iran before a single person from the Epstein files has been arrested on American soil.
The hour our liberty is at hand. For freedom is brava. Brothers and
I was
sisters.
working, man, you know, but it's good to see Rippy out there handling business, man. And again, hey, that's a lot of black Trump supporters, man. I mean, it feels good to see that, man. So
My fellow patriots, the hour of decision is upon us. Let us march forth with courage to secure our liberty.
A real quote. People are getting sick of it. The moment a celebrity steps slightly outside the leftist approved narrative, they get attacked. Chili from TLC gets heat over allegedly donating to Donald Trump.
For liberty. The British advance. We must act.
Our supplies are low, but morale is high.
Then we fight for liberty.
Payne's work captures the spirit of we fight for independence.
With
Welcome to my
that said they were anti-war. I think they said no new wars. Yeah, they voted for a president that was not going to start any new wars. And what's funny to me is that not only were you lied to, not only did this man start this and get out of the
freedom. Greetings from the encampment. The spirit of liberty is strong. We will fight for our rights and our freedom.
Just in order to get the Greater Israel Project accomplished, you have to kill people. That's why it's wrong. Killing people is wrong. Full stop. So you can try to make sense of it with, well, it's a threat and this and that. There's no greater threat than the United States empire.
Vocabulary up, because I'm throwing out words like hubris, acquiesce, verbose. What are you going to do about the dichotomy of the nuance?
To the encampment for liberty.
And what I've learned, and I'm not a liberal or a Democrat. I voted for Trump the first time, but he's become a politician. He lies like all the other politicians. He deceives like all the other politicians.
Endures through every change and challenge. We stand at the dawn of liberty, unshaken by the trials ahead. Our cause in
doing. I'm going to go out on the limb and say anybody that sits in that oval does not like Americans. They love United States, though, which is the politics, but they don't love the Americans. Americans are farmers. Americans are mechanics. Americans are school teachers. Americans are mom and pop businesses.
In front of me! Soldiers, the enemy is near.
Not only do I love my FBA fam, my Black American fam, my Black people on code, you know, my people that's allies with us, as part of the fam. I love y'all. I love my country too. You feel me?
The cause to victory.
To victory. These pastries are wonderful.
Indeed, but we must stay vigilant.
Many decades, Scripture tells us precious is the sight of the Lord, is the death of his faithful servants. 400,000 souls rest on these grounds, these beautiful grounds, in the sacred soil which is first consecrated in the hours of America's greatest division to be eternal symbol of national unity. It cannot be by chance alone that the very first service member laid to rest here in this place of supreme sacrifice was a Union soldier by the name of Private Christman. Private William Henry Christman of Pennsylvania, who died as 19 years old. He was a great young man, they say. Beside him are more than 18,000 other young men named William, over 20,000 named John, over 13,000 named James, joined over time by Isaac, Elijah, Earls, Hanks, Helens, Wands, Margarets, Marius, Donalds, not too many, and others whose names tell the true story of American greatness, and greatness it is.
We just have a statement from the Secret Service who has updated that the suspect has died, according to the Secret Service. I'm just going to read this statement. They say shortly after 6 p.m. Saturday, an individual approached a Secret Service checkpoint in the area of 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. A preliminary investigation indicates the individual approached. He removed a weapon from his bag and began firing at posted officers. Secret Service officers returned fire, striking the suspect, who was transported to an area hospital where he later died. They also confirmed that a bystander was struck by gunfire. They say it remains unclear whether that bystander was struck by the suspect's initial gunfire or during the subsequent exchange. No injuries were sustained by Secret Service. The president was at the White House and was not impacted. Again, this is...
This Memorial Day, we remember the brave and honor their sacrifice. Because of their courage, and we cherish the freedom to gather with the people we love.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
Welcome to the Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave. I'm Gray Mars. So this is my first show I'm doing by myself. It's actually on Memorial Day. So happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. Over the weekend, it was a shooting at the White House. And, you know, it was a lot of things that went viral. We're going to get into that. But it seems like, to me, like Trump just keeps getting action of people trying to assassinate him, people getting shot all around. This just seems to keep going and going and going. But there is a clip that was going viral. So I'm going to play that clip. And a conspiracy theory person told me that this is a green screen. So I'm going to let you guys look at it, and you guys can tell me if you think it's a green screen.
What is that?
Sounds like fire.
Today, but this obviously comes just a couple of weeks after a shooting at the White House Sports Bar.
What they were saying was that the trees in the back aren't moving, that there's no wind, there's nothing going on trees, and you got these conspiracy theories coming all from all type of angles, especially because these types of things just keep happening. But before we go to the next clip, I'm going to play it one more time just so you guys can see. If you think that it's a green screen, just put it in the comments.
What is that?
Sounds like fireworks.
Today, but this obviously comes just a couple of weeks after a shooting at the White House Sports Bar.
So another reporter went viral because she was ducking when the whole shooting happened. So I'm gonna play the clip that you guys get a good look.
President Trump has said a deal is close, only for the two sides to remain far apart.
Again, another conspiracy theorist told me that, oh, this is fake, you know, it's AI or something like that. But I mean, it is crazy. I'm gonna play this last clip where these reporters is gonna have all three of them, so you can see all three of them and you can make your own judgment.
What is that?
Oh, snap, what's up? So that was the three, all those people get recorded to basically them just running around. But the craziest part about the whole thing is that the shooter said he thought he was Jesus Christ, and the shooter was black. So this is the first shooter in this type of situation with people going directly at Trump with them saying that, okay, and this person is being African American. But I'm gonna play the clip so you guys can hear about it.
Again, I'm about to play the video, but another gunman opened fires at Secret Service agents trying to get to the White House. Yo, this man Trump is officially the first president with the most attempts on his life.
What is that?
Sounds like fireworks.
Survival skills of a baby carrot. Do people really not have a sense of self-preservation? What are you doing right now? We find out that the gunman is a 21-year-old named Nazir who has had a run-in with Secret Service previously. The claim is that he walked up on a Secret Service checkpoint and started opening fire, claiming that he was Jesus Christ. What? Secret Service ended up getting in a gunfight with him. He got hit, and then they proceeded to take him to the hospital. And sadly, a bystander was hit by the stray bullets and is now basically in critical condition fighting for their life. They plan on investigating and interrogating him, but come on, bro. How many times? What is this, like the fifth, sixth time? Nah, maybe that's too high. What is it, like the fourth time?
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, I played a clip on here before where it was an assassin basically going after Trump, and every time he tried to attack Trump, Trump somehow dodged it. It basically seems like Trump is the most sought after president in my lifetime where someone is trying to take their life and Trump is still alive. Trump is still happy. Trump still seems to be in a good mood. So it's just like all these assassination attempts, it is kind of crazy to me that it keeps happening. I'm pretty sure it's kind of crazy to other people it keeps happening. I forgot it was the White House, the congressional dinner. So, I mean, that was wild in itself. But we go get into the next topic. Jaxson Dart, the quarterback for the New York Giants, introduced Trump. So I'm going to play that clip so you guys can see him basically introducing Trump.
What's up? Yeah. Big Blue Nation, it's a pleasure to be here. I got to start this off with a Go Big Blue. I'd love it if y'all would follow with me. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. What an honor, what a privilege it is to be here. And without further ado, I'm grateful, I'm honored, I'm pleasured to introduce the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me.
I want to thank Jaxson Dart. This is going to be a future Hall of Famer in my book. Thank you. Thank you, Jaxson. Great. Right. A lot of talent.
So I've heard a lot of reporters say with athletes, you should just shut up and dribble, especially when that's what came with LeBron and Laura Ingraham. That's what she said about LeBron when he started talking about politics. And with these athletes, it's kind of like people have different ideological beliefs. So if you go and say you're on this one side and a person's a fan of this team, they're going to be offended or they're not going to feel comfortable because now they might not want to be a New York Giants fan because they see Jaxson Dart up there supporting Trump. And here's what Trump had to say about him after he left the stage.
Like, I'm looking at Jaxson. I'd like to know, is there any woman in the audience that thinks they can tackle that guy? Because I'd like to meet you. I'd like to shake your hand. I don't know. Jaxson, you think you could play against women okay? Do you think you'd have any problem? I don't think so. But don't get involved, Jaxson. Don't get involved, Jaxson. Don't answer that question. No, I'm looking at the legs there. He's this beautiful guy. He's got legs like tree trunks. This is not a good thing for women. This would not be good. No, it's no good.
Well, basically, Trump was trying to say that Jaxson attractive. Was those statements, was that gay? If y'all feel like Trump was saying some gay stuff in that, put it in the comments. Somebody said, I totally believe both assassination attempts were bogus, not even real. A lot of people don't feel like they were real. I'll definitely get into that and look at the other assassination attempts because with that one in particular, I don't feel like he even got close to Trump. I feel like it was just he was outside. I'm going to play the footage so you guys can see it, but I don't even think he really got that close. But it's the whole thing about him being thinking he was Jesus. But I want to play what this guy had to say about the New York Giants QB.
Do this as the quarterback. As the running back, wide receiver, offensive line, defensive line, okay, cool. Quarterback, you're the face of the franchise, right? And I see Abdul Carter, y'all gonna say, oh, Miles, you overreacted. Abdul Carter said, is this AI? What are we doing, man? He put that on Twitter. So you actually try to tell me that folks are going to look at Jaxson Dart the same on his team. They're not. The respect is gone. It's gone. Abdul Carter, black man from Philly. Stand up, Philly. Shout out, Philly. He spoke up. And if he's speaking up, imagine all the players that might not speak up, but in group chats, talking to each other amongst themselves, they're saying our quarterback is a nut. They're saying our quarterback is a nut. Now, as an Eagles fan, as a guy who is preying on the Giants' downfall, this is the best news I could see. Now, am I amazed by it? Am I surprised by it? I'm not surprised by it in the slightest bit. I will say the only thing I'm surprised by in this video is the fact that Jaxson Dart decided he was going to do this, and he hasn't done anything in the NFL.
Somebody said that Jaxson Dart is going to have the most sacks in the league other than from Nick Bosa. And people don't know Nick Bosa plays for the 49ers. They try to say that he hits black players a lot harder. He's a major MAGA person. But everybody in the chat's asking about the shooter. So I'm going to play this clip so you know a little bit more about the shooter.
Transported to George Washington Hospital. And we just, from two sources, briefed on the incident as well as an internal law enforcement document. We know now that the suspect is Nasir Best, who was transported to George Washington Hospital. As his Secret Service said, he has passed away. The suspect previously approached the White House. There was interaction in the past between the suspect and law enforcement in June of 2025. There was an order for him to stay away from the White House. That incident in June of 2025, from an internal law enforcement document, according to sources, it happened on the last summer near the White House. An officer in police uniform, full police uniform, was working at a pedestrian access control post at the White House when he observed Best, the suspect, walk into a restricted area by using the exit turnstile lane that was located at the post. And apparently that restricted area had multiple signs there, Eamon, stating, do not enter, exit only, police line, do not cross, pass holders and appointments only. Again, this was near the White House area. The suspect was immediately told to stop. The suspect did not listen to the verbal commands from the officer, did not stop, and continued to go further into the restricted area. The suspect was arrested. According to multiple sources, the suspect had no prior arrests at that time. The suspect claimed he was Jesus Christ and he wanted to, quote, get arrested. The suspect has a history of mental health issues. Again, suspect known to United States Secret Service for walking around the White House area complex, inquiring how to gain access, and was taken into custody last year. Again, the suspect being named as Nasir Best. We know tonight, just after 6 o'clock, President Trump was in the White House. That's when law enforcement sources say Best walked up to that checkpoint with a bag, took a handgun out of that bag, opened fire on Secret Service officers who returned fire, killing Best. Best was rushed to the hospital, died at the hospital at George Washington Hospital there in D.C., and they're trying to gather more information at this time.
So that was basically them talking about how he was basically taken to the hospital and everything, and him believing that he was Jesus and him having mental health issues. Some of the other people, I think they said that they had mental health issues as well. Like I put in the chat, Trump was safely inside of the White House. He wasn't, in any harm when all of this was going on. And it seems like that, Trump seems to be the luckiest man in the world. He keeps getting away with every single attempt on his life. And I see that everybody's saying, oh, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. But I want to play this about Ivanka Trump, because Trump is not the only person in his family that's life is being put at risk.
Was allegedly the target of an assassination plot by a suspected terrorist who was a member of the Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The trained Iraqi national who was taken into custody last week allegedly made a pledge to kill Ivanka and had a blueprint of her Florida home. This was in response to the killing of Iranian military chief Qasem Soleimani. A source telling the New York Post that the suspect said this, quote, "We need to kill Ivanka to burn down the house of Trump the way he burned down our house." According to the DOJ, the terror suspect has been behind attacks on multiple U.S. and Jewish targets. He was arrested and brought to the U.S. to face multiple terrorism-related charges. And one person is dead and
So Trump isn't the only Trump that they're trying to take out. And it seems like Trump actions and the way that Trump carries himself, he's going to keep getting all this negative energy, keep coming back to him and the people that he's associated with. I mean, we live in a sad time when, we're constantly talking about the president being assassinated or attempted assassination on the president. And it's just like, we never lived in a situation like this before. And it's just like become normal. If you think about it, when I hear about Trump getting shot at or something happened with Trump, I don't even care anymore. It's just like, oh, okay, I'm just going to watch something else, or I'm going to pay attention to something else, because it seems like this is something that's just always going on. But what's even more strange for me, because I'm on the left, these type of attacks and these things happening, you have people on the right saying that the people on the left are the people that's violent. So I'm going to play this clip.
This is the problem. You guys incite violence. We don't incite
What
violence.
was January 6th then?
January 6th.
So you're saying that January 6th was okay.
You just said that it started. 100 million Americans are pissed off right now. We just saw our favorite president get shot on national television. Where are the riots? No, I see peaceful. I see peaceful support outside of Trump Tower in New York. I see peaceful support all across the country. Social media exploding. Elon Musk endorsing him. That's how we protest.
Doc, what's your thoughts on the assassination attempt? Did you know about the guy that thought he was Jesus that tried to that tried to get into the White House to assassinate Trump?
Nah, I didn't know about a dude thinking he was Jesus and trying to get. But isn't that like super irony, because they're like taking like this super like religious stance on like Republican side, when I never knew Trump to be a very super like like religious person. So As a matter of fact, I don't think I see most presidents really like going to church or nothing like that. Like they're always a little too busy. I ain't never seen none of them took a super big stance based on like religion. So it's kind of funny. Jesus coming back to exact revenge on you if you think that like, but people are. It's a mental health crisis in America. So I think that's something that we can take away from this. Left, right, liberal, Democrat, Republican, conservative. You know, everybody don't like to be put in those boxes. But on both sides, I think we find the most radical people of each side, and it's a mental health crisis. And the problem is some of those people got mics and are made famous, and some of those people have weapons and are attempting to make themselves famous as well. So I think that's just the problem. It's a mental health crisis in America.
That's what they said about him. He had a mental health issue. But I'm gonna play the clip just to update you and anybody that just showed up in the chat. Then this is the guy that was the shooter on Saturday.
Again, I'm about to play the video, but another gunman opened fires at Secret Service agents trying to get to the White House. Yo, this man Trump is officially the first president with the most attempts on his life.
What is that?
Sounds like Tyler.
Survival skills of a baby carrot. Do people really not have a sense of self-preservation? What are you doing right now? We find out that the gunman is a 21-year-old named Nazir who has had a run-in with Secret Service previously. The claim is that he walked up on a Secret Service checkpoint and started opening fire, claiming that he was Jesus Christ. What? Secret Service ended up getting in a gunfight with him. He got hit, and then they proceeded to take him to the hospital. And sadly, a bystander was hit by the stray bullets and is now basically in critical condition fighting for their life. They plan on investigating and interrogating him, but come on, bro.
So, Doc, what you think about saying that he black and, you know, basically what happened with Trump? Because I seen Republicans saying like, oh, this black Democrat and all this. But like you said, what I see on the news, people are saying that, you know, he had mental health issues.
Yeah, he's a mental health issue. And I think people take assassination attempt as like this isn't an assassination attempt. Like, I don't think people you've been to the White House, right?
No, I've never been.
Bro, like there isn't even like, first off, if he had a handgun, he wasn't even in like any type of range to attempt to hit anyone. The checkpoints are so far out for you to like even get to the White House. Like you're not like walking up to it in the gate. Yeah, the White House is back there, a football, 2-3 football fields away. Like it's fenced off. You're not just like at the gates of the White House. Like, and there are checkpoints. There's police walking around on both sides. I wouldn't call that an assassination attempt. Like he's like, when you get to the gates of the White House, you're about a New York block, two New York blocks away from the White House. You're a very good distance. You would need none to say the less, you would need a rifle. You would need great ammunition. You need a pretty high power rifle. I don't think just a regular AR would give you the just like a good shot, because you're looking at trying to hit the 300-yard meter when you got to go qualify your weapon when you join the Army. You know what I'm saying? So that's about how far away it is. It's a little bit further than that, than the 300-meter target when you're qualifying. So it's not close. Like, so you walk up to like these Secret Service checkpoints like a good ways away. Like you would have had to John Wick 200 people before you made it in the building.
True. So in your opinion, are any of these assassination attempts fake?
I always said I thought the first one when they squirted the ketchup on him win, because he's standing on stage, he's at a rally, every camera is pointed to him. We've seen from the shot that tragically took the life of Charlie Kirk that even a split second, even around going through, they can break it down frame by frame and have video evidence. But they never showed us any video evidence of him standing on stage. So do I think there's a credible threat against the president? He's the president of the United States. I think every president has had credible threats made against him. I think everyone, like, if someone thought it was feasible, they may try it. But somebody walking up and being 300, 400, 500 yards away from even getting to the door of the White House isn't an assassination attempt. They just like to play that up to play into the political violence angle that people are doing these days.
And I'm glad you brought up political violence, because a guy that had a Trump house, he had Trump stuff all over his house, was actually just killed by a Navy veteran.
Such sad news, and how pathetic that invoking your amendment right to choose who you want as president of the United States lands you assaulted and murdered. Showing your pride in your president and in your flag offends the liberals so much it drives them to violence and anger. Absolutely disgusting, liberals. Unacceptable. Hence the reason why you will never win again. You all need to grow the hell up. Can we label them now as domestic terrorists, please? Educational purposes only.
I feel like people hate MAGA so much now, because they say that guy went up to the house and he started an altercation with the guy because the guy had all this Trump merchandise all over his house. But I feel like people hate MAGA so much now, so emotional attached to it, that they don't even think critically, they just react emotionally.
I think also, like, you get into this realm of disrespect. I don't think people have realized, like, people just don't realize. I get up here sometimes and I disagree with Democrats, I disagree with Republicans, and I tell them all the time. You see me tell people when we're in the back, say, bro, this is, if we have a difference of opinion, bro, once I get off the camera, I tell you all the time, I don't really think about it. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like I tell people, I just believe the stuff that I believe. And I'm able to go sit down with a difference. As long as there's no hate really put behind it, I'm able to go sit down with somebody who I just have a difference of opinion with and be like, say, bro, you want to watch the game? You want to get some wings? You want to, have a beer? Like that's getting lost on Americans now, because to go up to another man's house that he paid a property tax on and the mortgage on and tell him you don't like what he got, what he got in his front yard. If it had been racially offensive, or if he had like some sort of Holocaust display, or some dudes hanging from his trees or something, some scarecrows, maybe then you have a reason. But you just don't like that he voted for Trump. That's his prerogative. You know what I mean? And I think people are starting to take, like, because you went up to this man's house. You say you went up to his house?
Yeah, went up to his house. Like, I'm gonna try to find his house when I'm playing.
You would have got shot ringing the doorbell. You come up to my house. You know what I mean? Like, because we ain't got nothing in here for you but smoke. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just crazy these days.
For sure. But while we talking about stuff that's fake, this guy went viral because people say he had a mask on.
They've reconfigured a number of things, I am certain. What do you think the next best move is today?
Well, I agree with the general completely, with one caveat. Patience may be a little short of the real objective here. The president has time on his hands. He controls the narrative, he controls the strike capabilities, and he knows that the policy he set with the blockade has had short-term and long-term effects on the regime and the people of Iran. So he's been very astute in leveraging that time. And so I don't see it as negotiations. It really is capitulation. The president's made it very clear. You will not have a nuclear weapon. You will not have the material. Surrender that. And you will ensure that the Straits of Hormuz are open to free commerce, that you have no claims for surcharge or approving. Those two things are irreversibly, and the president knows he's in the position to demand those. So I think in that sense, he controls the narrative and when he would strike. I'd also say that patience and the request from Saudi, Qatar, UAE may be more also religious at the moment. You're in the middle of Hajj. You have millions of Muslims in Saudi doing their annual Hajj at the end of this month, and that includes 30,000 Iranians. And so that plays into the calculus. Do you want to strike during Hajj, which is a very sacred Muslim month-end activity, followed by Eid al-Adha? So both of those things are the time equation, and that's what the president controls most. So he can take his time, let the blockade and the economic sanction favor, and he can strike whenever he wants to.
I was trying to get a close up on it. Doc, do you think he had a mask? He had a mask on?
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell personally.
I couldn't tell either, but it was going viral. This guy, he talking about it. And this is conspiracy theory. Hey, this is all allegedly. I'm just playing with this guy is saying about the guy who may have a mask on.
As he does, you could see it. He was on TV. There he was peeking around the corner. That's his body double. It was an international incident. These people in the UK, these news channels, they had this big jumbotron.
There's some crazy stuff, but that dude did go viral, and people try to say, "Oh, it's fake. You got a mask on." I was just trying to play that because
they always try to distract you with dude got a mask on. We're talking about are we gonna attack Iran during a holy time of year? You think that we didn't take days off during Ramadan in Iraq or Afghanistan or any of these other, Arab countries that, are mostly, Muslim. Nobody paused the campaign because it was Ramadan. So I don't know if this should be any different in terms of, if he's engaged in this activity, what respects does he pay to pause and stop his campaign based on what's going on? I always say I don't think we should be there to begin with, but if he is there, I don't know what type of respects he plans to pay.
Oh, we lost Doc. So Megyn Kelly went viral for talking about Trump cheated.
Talk about a glass house. I mean, Trump has cheated on every wife he's had. He met Marla Maples while he was still married to the mother of his children, Ivana. Right. It was all over the New York papers. I'm from New York, upstate New York, but I was in New York when this all went down, the city. And he was like being touted, like he was proud of the affair. It was all over the papers. Mm-hmm. So, and by the way, Ivana, his first wife, accused him of raping her. That she alleged in her first book that he was so angry over the hair transplant he got that she made him get. It was so painful that he raped her. And she later retracted that when he ran for president. But that stood on the books for some time. I don't know whether that's true or not. I'm just saying, clearly not a great relationship there.
Right.
And then he winds up with Melania, and if you think Trump's been faithful to Melania, okay, that's great. You got bigger issues than I can solve here.
Right.
But so the nerve, nerve to act, for him to be judging somebody else's marriage or love relationships or choices, it just shows you he's got chutzpah, I guess is the word for it, beyond. And it was really inappropriate, and it was wrong. It was what he said was wrong on many levels.
So the Hodge twins, they used to react to videos. Now they're MAGA people, or they were, but now they do America first, and they try to turn against Trump. And they interviewed Megyn Kelly, and that was her attacking Trump, saying he's always been cheated and he can't speak on people's relationships. Doc, do you feel like it's hypocritical for Trump to be talking about abortions, saying he's family first, and he has all these skeletons in the closet and all this infidelity?
I think it's hypocritical of them two tap dancing ass coon ass niggas, the Hodge twins, to get on here, and every time they trying to spin a narrative, these are the most master crack the whip cross my back, pork chop bone chewing, goofy ass motherfuckers I ever seen on the internet. So let's start off with that. Also, because I think those are some of the things that the president pushes, some of the narratives he pushes, are from the millions and billions of dollars people have donated to him. So everything that the president believes in might not be his personal belief, but these people are invested into. So now if you invest into me to and you persuade me to have a stance that I may not have had before, but you got $10 million for me and some knowledge behind it, all of them have to take a stance on most of these things one way or another. And it's about who's going to write them the biggest check and can convince them that, hey, I'm on the side of righteousness. Either that, that's low on the list though. First off, I'm on the sides of your pockets being laced and righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So that's usually how they determine it. So I don't think because I don't think most of these things affected Trump or he gave him any thought before he ran for political office. I think after he ran for political office, then he had to decide one way or another, because these are stances for the public, for society, that we fuss and fight over. He was a billionaire. I don't think he cared if you was getting an abortion or not. Unless he could some way profit off it, I don't think it won him or cost him any sleep, any night. So that's a big thing I think about. But all of these guys, they have these donors. So they have to take some sort of stance one way or another, lean one way, because this is all the stuff that's going into law. We're making laws on, and that they're pushing through Congress. So they have to decide one way or another. They're kind of, a gun held to their head, picking and choosing a side, even if you don't agree with them.
Yeah, that definitely made logical sense, because they basically got to do whatever the lobbyists want. Whoever gives them money, that's pretty much who they got to look out for. That's the issue with politics.
And who's a billionaire getting these mail order brides that's not cheating? Like, they're like, Trump's cheating. Ken hasn't been here in a while, but if Ken was here, he'd tell you monogamy isn't a thing. People try to put monogamy on you. Trump is only a second generation American. His father than him. He's getting these women from Russia. Who says that they're locked into these core values of Christianity and monogamy? That's why I think it's so weird when people push this religious narrative on him, because I've never heard Trump be this Bible thumping pastor, Deacon Trump, that they try to make him, Deacon Donald. You know what I'm saying? So that's a falsehood that we've allowed ourselves to believe about.
So we've been talking about Adrian Broner like almost every night last week. I think we had a clip of him. So he is facing charges. Here's the clip that went viral of what he did.
That's 11. Nah, that's cool.
Why I hear music right now?
Oh no.
I played it earlier. Hey, wait, chill, okay?
It's good.
He's single one. I gotta sing. No, chill. No, bro, chill.
Yo, I'm a girl. Y'all, that has never happened to me. Like, that's the first time like somebody's actually like slapped my ass or tried some shit on me. Like, I've never ever. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's honestly so crazy. And I really hope he apologizes, because I know he's drunk, but being drunk doesn't excuse your behavior. But that's just like all around weird. Like, I low-key wanted to cry in that moment. I'm not gonna lie. This is my first time too. Like, that's never happened to me, ever.
So, Doc, we was talking about his drinking problem. I was wrong. He's not facing charges. She was just going online saying that she might press charges, she might sue him, this, and that. And it feels like what got him in this situation is his drinking. Like, if he would have been sober, he might have done that. I don't feel like it was too bad, but with women, and especially with a camera on, you know what I'm saying, touching somebody I want to be touched, it's putting you in a bad situation.
I got zero sympathy for her. 0% sympathy for her. One, Adrian Broner has to get control of himself. He's gonna find himself somewhere registered on a sex offender list if he can't control himself with his drinking and keeping his hands to himself. If you cannot touch a woman because you're drunk, you need your hands chopped off or you put them in your pocket, bro. Like, you're doing too much. But that being said, on a double-edged sword, if you go look at these screams, He isn't holding these women in high regard. He isn't talking to them, treating them in any manner or semblance of respect. She's seen it. She knows it. But what she wanted was fame. She wanted the clips. She wanted attention. She wanted the light on her. And that's what they have at the moment with the raunchy disrespect and stuff that they, and the drinking and the antics that's going on. Because he talking to them crazy. One girl, he was trying to give her boxing lessons. He tried to teach her to throw a jab. He tried it about 4 or 5 times. He said, you know what? Just stick to sucking dick. I swear to God, like that. He said it just like that on stream. So he isn't showing these women these great deals of respect. You went somewhere where you know the disrespect level is high and attempted to, you know, cash a lot with these people. And this is what's going on. You entered into this arena. You know what I mean? So if you see that's what's going on and these women are accepting it, I can't feel but so much sympathy for you. You know, he's not showing these women great levels of respect. He's cursing them all out. You know, he's trying them all in some sense. And you went on there because your thirst to be famous is higher than your respect for yourself. So this is where you end up. So Adrian Bronner isn't in the right. He's wrong. He's dead wrong. And I ain't got no sympathy from Shorty either, because when you show up and you're at the, that's not the wrong place, wrong time. That's where you chose to be. So this is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So both of them are retards.
So today is Memorial Day, but it's also the death anniversary for George Floyd. Oh, let me play the wrong video. This is what his son had to say about him.
Said he was a young child when he last saw his father, and it wasn't until after Memorial Day when he learned of his dad's death while in police custody.
Because I didn't recognize who it was until my mom told me, Colin told me, you know who that guy was? I said, no. She says it's your father.
So now all the people that's right wing, like, oh, George Floyd's a deadbeat father. People destroyed the city over this deadbeat, over this guy that's on drugs. Like, that's the clip that's going around viral with his son. And it's Memorial Day, and these people still attacking George Floyd, still just at his neck. It's wild.
I don't think in death you have to big someone up for, you know, I don't think you got to talk about them at all, my personal opinion. But I don't think you got to big them up if that's not who they were when they were living. But I think people lose the nuance of it. Nobody said George Floyd wasn't any of the things he decided to do and live in his life. What we said is police can't kneel on a man's neck until he's dead and can't breathe for no absolute reason. And I think people lose this ideal. It just happened to be George Floyd. It could have been an Asian man. It could have been a white man. It could have been any man who was just out there being hassled, harassed, and you kneeled on his neck until he died. That him getting justice for someone wronging, you know, the people of American people isn't and it doesn't make his character better than what it was. And I think people lose that. Oh, look at him, he was a deadbeat father. That don't mean you can kneel on his neck till he's dead. Like, oh, he did this crime and he went to prison and he paid his dues to society. That doesn't mean you can kneel on his neck till he's dead. And I think people lose that nuance and they forget that. Like, people weren't out protesting for George Floyd because he was Father of the Year award winner, Nobel Peace Prize recipient, or any of that. People did it because police having the authority to slam you on the ground, handcuff you, and kneel on your neck and kill you when you haven't broken the law and you haven't done that is police brutality, and none of us should be subject to it. None of the American people. And people forget that part.
For sure. So Doc, a big Drake fan, he said light skin is back, so we go end it on a Drake clip.
On like a normal day, not like a special day where you did actual normal day. Like I'm talking not like like you wake up. Like give me like a rundown. You just woke up. What's up?
Okay. Well, I mean, if it's Monday to Thursday, I'm waking up and I'm doing whatever Adonis wants to do for up until he goes to bed. So that's like, you know, I'm with my son.
Well, you have him all week?
I have him Monday, Thursday. Yeah. So we hang tough. You know, we went to play. We did VR the other day.
That's
we went
cute.
To the VR. He had a blast. But yeah, I usually wake up. We play a lot of ball. I have a basketball court at the house, so we just started our league, SBL, greatest league in the world. Hey, thank you.
Finally, huh?
It's
starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, we love it. So play ball, try and get active. By like around like 8:30, 9, I'm in the studio probably every night. You know,
every night.
Yeah. I usually try and get some work done every night. Go for dinner. On a regular day, that's it. Really,
it's just very much like a
yeah. Love my spots in Toronto. You know, shout out to all the restaurants that show us love.
Is it like more like flexible in terms of like your scheduling compared to like a normal 9 to 5?
Yeah, I live a regular life. You know.
Yeah,
it's incredible. I'm blessed. It's the city, though. Honestly, the city. Like being in Toronto is like very like it gives me a sense of normalcy. You know. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I get to. I get to like, you know, explore the city, go wherever.
I actually love exploring the city.
Yeah.
I used to go to the Veld music festival.
Oh yeah, of course.
And we go to the government or whatever at the time.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Is that still open?
Is government still open? No. Legendary spot though.
Yeah. And we're just gonna that's gonna like my vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to have such a good time, and then we'd take like Bixies or whatever, like the bikes and shit.
Yeah,
and then we just running down the city when there's nobody.
That's the vibe.
That is so nice.
I like 3 songs. I like the song where he dissed Ross. I like the song where he say before adding Ross, I gave Ross streams. He said we dissed LeBron. I like that one. Like a few songs.
Hold on, what song? You got to tell me the titles, man.
I gotta look it up. Let me look it up. What he dissed. What song?
I think my favorite song right now is Janet Shut the Fuck Up.
It's I think it's Pay Me. Make Them Pay. Make Them Pay.
Make Them Pay is good. Ran to Atlanta is good. Shebang is good. Make Them Pay. Bees on the Table is good. Plot Twist is fire. Little Birdie is like theme music. You know what I'm saying? For the summer, for the light skin community, man. You crazy, man. You tripping. But Firm Friends, Make Them Know. I think you got to give it another listen. Like when you sliding in the car playing, you gotta play that Janet Shut the Fuck Up. That joint tough. I ain't gonna front. I play that joint 10 times a day.
Do you feel like so? What's the hit? Like what song will be in the club? What song you think will be on the radio? What is Iceman the hit? Is that the single?
Nah, I think probably Shebang or Bees on the Table.
Oh, okay. Bees on the Table. I did like Bees on the Table.
Savage, yeah. You would like Lil Birdie too, though. Lil Birdie is tough. That's the one I had the other day playing on my story on Instagram. But Janet Shut the Fuck Up. That's gonna be like if they need to make that one a hit. They play that in the club right now here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that one out. I might have heard it. I might just not know the name, but I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've been listening to the other albums, but them joints tough too.
Man, I listen to like 30 songs. You know what I'm saying? I just let it play. I just ride and just let it play.
You got to play that joint while you in the gym or something. While you in the car sliding though to go there.
Oh, that's what you got to play. You got to play it with us.
Why do you have the curse? I guess I don't have to. Stone, just a part of my vernacular. Sometimes I curse when I say it, but you know, if you prefer, I'll tone it down for y'all. Since y'all, you know, hit the like button and I'll tone it down.
For sure. If you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell. Know when we go live. Doc, since it's just me and you here, I'm gonna play a clip for each of us for our final thoughts. Since you like to talk about the females, the OnlyFans, I'm gonna let you hear what she got to say. And you give your take for your final thoughts.
$75,000 to sell my body on the internet. I went broke in Los Angeles because I refused to sell my soul. I watched people get rewarded over and over again for selling exploitation, outrage, addiction. I would rather financially struggle as a person I'm proud of than get rich becoming someone I'm ashamed of. I want to use my platform to fund homeless shelters, fund animal rescue, fund psychiatric hospitals, something that actually helps people. The world seems dark right now. Turn off the internet, turn off the TV, go touch grass, love your people. Help a stranger out, create something. The internet has given anyone with a phone a voice, and the world is waking up. Please never lose your light. Love you guys. Crowns up.
So, Doc, what's your final thought? She said she didn't do OnlyFans. She got a $75,000 offer.
She is crazy. I would have took the money and then posted me cleaning up or something on OnlyFans. Doesn't have to be sexually explicit. Bad Man Kevo got on there and was giving people those fake motivational classes. You know, these dudes be selling. They're a little motivational. So you could have got on there and did anything. Yeah, that's what was selling, but people don't know that until they buy the page, actually. So, you know, I would have took the money and sold a dream if she was smart. But also, it is Memorial Day. You know, shout out to all the dudes who, you know, sacrificed it all for this country. You know, Rykoff was stationed with us and he lost his life 2010 in Baghdad, Iraq. Bean lost his in 2008, 19-year-old kid. You know, it's a lot of dudes, a lot of fathers, a lot of sons, a lot of mothers, a lot of wives, sisters that have given their lives so that this country that we love so much can go on for this freedom of speech. So me and you get a chance to sit up here and you know, curse if we see fit on the internet, or criticize the government or have an opinion on anything that's going on. And you know, that's part of the beautiful part of America. Yeah, every part of the country, everything isn't perfect here. It's not perfect anyway. I tell a lot of people when they say they want to leave, go around the world to some of these other places. The way you act, the way you speak, the way you talk, the ideals you have because you're allowed to live in America will not be allowed a lot of other places. So we got to give a special thanks and shout out to all of those dudes who risked it all, man, gave it all when it started going off, didn't turn their backs, kept moving forward. And we thank you all. Your sacrifice is not in vain. We love you. Man Cave, have a good one, chat.
For sure. And I'm going to piggyback off Doc. You know, shout out to all the fallen soldiers. Me and Doc both are veterans. There's a lot of veterans out there that gave their lives for this country, like he said. And I'm going to play this clip of Drewski talking about him being as big as Meek.
Mills fucking performed for us tonight.
Yes, bro. I'm telling you, no. Yo, Meek Mill's my fucking nigga. When I jacked that nigga up, I said, yo, I'm gonna be on your level one day. Yeah. Hit you. I promise you. I told him, I said, yo, I'm gonna be on your level one day.
So I'm going to take that Drewski energy. Drewski, I'm going to be as big as you one day. Me and Doc here grinding on Memorial Day. We going to keep putting in this hard work. We going to keep doing this. We do this every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. If you got a dream, if you got a passion, if you got anything that you feel like you can accomplish, put the energy and effort to go get it. Life is short. So we're sitting here talking about Memorial Day and people losing their lives. Take advantage of the time that you have here. And like I said, I'm tracing Drewski. Drewski will be big as you one day. Have a great night. Man Cave.
Hello, history buffs. Ready for a journey back? Look at this encampment. The spirit of 76 is alive.
Freedom of future. A true patriot savors these moments, but the fight for liberty calls.
To the encampment for freedom of future.
For liberty. This is what American patriotism is all about. Look at these flags. They represent our fight for liberty.
The hour our liberty is at hand. For freedom is robbed by. Secure our liberty. My fellow patriots, the hour of decision is upon us. Let us march forth with courage to secure our liberty.
to my colonial home. Today, Del Payne's work captures the spirit of we fight for independence. And our freedom. Greetings from the encampment. The spirit of liberty is strong. We will fight for our rights and our freedom.
Hour is late. We must enact. To the encampment. For liberty. Through every change and challenge. We stand at the dawn of liberty, unshaken by the trials ahead. Soldiers, the enemy is near. Front line, flapping.